Myself, David Goldstrom, for the last chapter of the 2013 World Championships. So first clean and jerk, and it's going to be Kornel Szekil for Poland in 11th place at the halfway stage, with only 177 kilos to bring forward. Well, he started right on his personal best there, gets a good first attempt in, and that's what he's all about today on this stage, to improve and set new marks.
Well, if that was a personal best, I think we're going to see a bit more of him. That was great lifting on his first attempt. Great extension, driving out straight away from that clean. Driving the bar high to arm's length.
Two Polish lifters in the competition, and here's the second one, the taller man, Daniel Dowenga, brother of Marcin and also Robert, but arguably the least experienced of all the lifters in the family at this moment in his career. 24 years of age, and his kilos from the first half, he made 2 out of 3, 184 kilos made, 9th place at the halfway stage, and this is 217 kilos on the bar for him. Well, the Polish fans really happy that these boys are making their lifts. Just a reminder that the best man in the B group earlier in the day was Hakobian, representing Armenia. He totaled up 401 kilos, exactly the same as Daniel Dowenga has just achieved. But because Dowenga is lighter at 123 kilos than Hakobian, he is now the new overall leader, but still second in the clean and jerk, where the best clean and jerk was 223 kilos from the B group from the Canadian George Kobaladze. Opening weights for the clean and jerk. Well, let's concentrate on the big three. Ruslan Albagov, 250. That's his posted opener. Bahadur Mulay of Iran, 245. And Alexei Lovchev for Russia, 230. So Yevgeny Janasek of Belarus didn't have a very happy first half at all. He did get 190, but then he failed 167 and 196, I should say, and 197. So midway up the table at the moment. But Janasek, if you go back to the European Championships of 2011, he actually got 223. In the Olympics, he got 230. So this 220 opener should be possible.
Well, a very quiet lifter, comes out, gets the job done. And he did that well, first attempt, he's in the competition. See how much it takes out of these guys. One maximal effort really can be quite draining. Drives straight out, adjusts the hands. Solid overhead.
Piranaj, Hungary. First attempt, 220. as planned. 220 to add to the 185 again. 185 got at the second attempt. 191 the third attempt.
That's a more confident start.
With no disrespect to him, but he's very much what I call a journeyman super heavyweight. He's in most of the super heavyweight finals, but there are always half a dozen who just are going to outpoint him.
He's a good lifter.
He's a good lifter.
Good lifter, but just out of the medals each time, which is a real shame to see.
My memory serves me right, he has won a Universiade title, but that would probably be his biggest honour. Now, Yunnan opening up here on 220.
Not a problem with the hand. Don't go looking at the hand. It's a problem as the bar came past his knees. He whipped his shoulders back. Hips went forwards as a result. And the bar kicked out in front. Just watch the replay. Bar out in front as his shoulders go back.
Shaquille for Poland now out for his second go, 5 kilo increase. Just having a look at his totals here, he's on 392 now, and again that's equal to the total that he put up at the European Championships this year. Weighed in at 105.37. You sort of wonder why wasn't he in the 105 kilo class? Well, the answer is there were 2 poles there anyway. But given that Marcin Dowenga had injured himself, you sort of have to say, why was this guy not in the 105 kilo class?
Well, the message that we had that alerted us to the fact he pulled an abdominal muscle said that happened in the last week. Remember, the technical meeting would have been a week ago. The competition started last Sunday. So I think the technical meeting would have either been Friday or Saturday, so they may have hoped that he'd have recovered in time.
Well, final entries were, in fact, last Friday a week ago, but nonetheless, I think the writing was probably on the wall, and I think heart ruled head there, really, as far as Marcin was concerned. It's been a good audience, hasn't it? They've been pretty sporting, supporting people who run into trouble and applauding people who do good things.
I wish we'd had this kind of atmosphere at Europeans and every World Championships. Having an atmosphere like this really does help those weights to feel just a couple of kilos lighter.
What it also tells you is that they actually understand the sport. They know the sport. So when somebody has 2 failures, they're coming out, they're trying to save the day, they know the situation.
Yeah, a knowledgeable crowd, and you know, in Poland, weightlifting is a big sport for them. Could have moved his feet wider to make that a bit easier.
So Daniel Dowenga coming out now for a 5 kilo increase to take him on to 406. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 kilo increase to take him on to 406.
got to drive through the starting position here.
Well, the bar was in front, his hips were behind, and that's a disappointing outcome. He does have one more attempt at it.
Like many of the lifters that we've seen here at these competition, just trying to do too much with the upper body, pulling that bar onto him, so as the bar starts to drop, so does he. That makes it clean very hard. Shove the bar with his arms too early.
Well, once again, a bit of cleaning going on the bar. That won't do him any harm. He gets a bit more respite. And there you can see the man from the B group there, George Kobaladze from Canada. That 2:23 second attempt. Still the best so far in this super heavyweight competition. It will be passed, but at the moment, that's a respectable score. Well, there's one thing about this music. It's going to stay in your head for a long time, isn't it? Now the bar.
Oh, I don't understand that, David. If the loaders have been on there to sort the bar out, why haven't they done it? It's just the coaches now being really fussy, saying they want all the chalk taken off it to try and buy a bit more time. Technical controller just saying, come on guys, hurry up.
There's the state of play and the overall. Tell you what's also really good is lots of families here, young kids, who knows, one or two of them might be captured by the sport of weightlifting. It's not an expensive day out here. Good fun, good atmosphere. Just €6 a ticket. Free in for the kids. So Daniel Dawenga out again for 2:22. As you say, they've found a way of giving him a little bit more time to recover. And so this once again, it is 5 kilos, 406. And this would be a new total best if he can make the correction from the second attempt. Now, how's the clean? No, it's pretty hard. And nothing left in the petrol tank.
No, disappointing. Only 1 out of 3 on the clean and jerk. No float whatsoever on that bar. Both lifter and bar coming down together again. Quite got the leg strength today.
Okay. Fernando Saraiva Reis for Brazil. Didn't quite get to the Brazilian personal best in the snatch. If he wants to do that in the clean and jerk, he's going to have to make 2:31, starting on 2:23.
I didn't think too much of the clean though, very strong. Technically not the best we've seen. Just swinging the bar on this clean. Watch how far his shoulders go back. Hips drive forwards as a result.
Well, at least he's secured the total now, 405 kilos. Now that's already a big improvement on what he did a couple of years ago in the World Championships. And it'd be really good for the Brazilians if he can maintain some progress and ultimately in the Rio competition find a place in the A final.
He's got every chance of doing it.
So now Cornel Shaquille missed at 220, has put the bar up to 224 kilos. So this is a 9 kilo increase, which will take him to 401. Give him the lead in the clean and jerk. If he can clean it, well, he's done that.
No way. No. Well, again, trying to drive the bar up with his arms, it doesn't work. See, he dips, tried to come back up, that bar was still wanting to come back down. It's a real shame. These guys very, very strong in the upper body, just trying to rely on that too much. It's very hard to stand up with this clean.
Janasek from Belarus taking a 5 kilo increase. Now this would put him into first place both in the total and the clean and jerk. It would give him a total of 415. Janasek, top 10 in the London Games. Best ever medal performance that came a couple of years ago, 2011 in Kazan, where he totaled up 410, got 6 out of 6 lifts there, and took the bronze medal in the Europeans.
A little soft with the arms.
Yeah, I just wonder. Yeah, absolutely right. Right arm for you, just a little soft. Maybe a press out.
Both of his arms. It was the left one that jumped out at me, but it might have been both of them. Really need a front view to get the best.
Yeah,
best look
I might see the left one from here.
Arms have to go to lock and stay there.
Well, I think the right arm definitely a press out.
Very soft, wasn't it?
So, correct decision by the referees. So, Ai Yunan coming out for 225 for his third attempt. Again, here's a man who failed at 220, put it right, now goes to 225. He's currently in third place in the clean and jerk. This would take him to 410. Still well below his National Games achievement, but that was then and this is now. I think that was well enough executed for me. So he's going to get the white light, surely. He does. He gets all three. Good lift. And that gives him a finishing total of 410 and moves him up into the overall medals, into second place at the moment, and the lead in the clean and jerk.
Has to work so hard all the way through this. Doesn't look comfortable on the shoulders, but drives to arm's length. It's a big effort.
So what could Breezy's gym in Aberdeen offer a super heavyweight who put his head above the parapet and said, okay, I'll give this a go?
Well,
steak dinners?
I don't know about that. They get my coaching. They get a world-class facility in terms of equipment. We've got, you know, the very best of the best, the Lyco kit all the way through. But my support, we're trying to develop, not just me, there's a few of us in Wales trying to develop a strong Welsh squad going forwards that can be competitive and represent Great Britain too.
Janasek. Final attempt, not brilliant.
Jerk, very good.
Yes. And eventually stood still. And despite the miss at 225, putting on an extra kilo, gave him a little bit more time, goes into the lead, 416 kilos. Leads the clean and jerk and the total, and Peter Naj back on again. Just reflecting on some of the great totals achieved, just to put everything in perspective. The last two World Championships won by Beded Salimi of Iran, 464, 453. The Korean An Yong-kwon, 445, 461 from Rezazadeh, who won the world title no less than 4 times. His best 472 in 2002. And that's the best ever total in the World Championships, and indeed is the world record. Well, I've got to say, not one of his better days, really.
No, he's not setting the world on fire here today, is he? Just lacking the spark that's needed.
I didn't see from the beginning this man as being really one of the medalists, but you've just got to put the lifts in. If you know, the percentages are against him when he, you know, makes these mistakes. Well, just to bring you up to date with opening lifts, because there are quite a few lifters out in the warm-up room who've yet to start. Udashin, remember him, the Ukrainian who bombed in the first part of the competition, didn't get any snatches, but he's still alive for the clean and jerk, 235 for the Ukrainian. That should be his opening weight. Mohamed Ehsan for Egypt, 230. Albagov of Russia, who's already got 1 gold medal from the snatch phase, 250. Bahadur Mulai coming in at 245, we think. Lovchef at 230. And this is the Brazilian taking a 5 kilo increase from 223. And this would give him 410 kilos as a total.
Well, look at the difference in contrast. Driving through the bar with the legs, and all the arms did was catch it overhead. That's what I'm referring to when I say that a lot of lifters are trying to use their upper body too much. He didn't, he used his technique. Great lifting.
So Janasek leads at the moment for Belarus with 416. In second place at the moment is Peter Naj on 411. And third at the moment is Fernando Saraiva Reis of Brazil with 410. So Naj going for 228. 8 kilo increase now, up to 419. not to be. And for me, he's made 3, he's lost 3, but that is, I have to say, a subpar performance.
Yeah, not great in terms of his own capability and where we're hoping he can go. He'll be back to fight another day.
Zatem Aleksiej Lobczew, Russia.
So now the first of the 3 men involved in the medal fight, really. Lovchev, the bar at 230, which is his announced weight to come in here. Lovchev. Again, I would say that this should be fairly straightforward. He'd go into the overall lead straight away. Okay, so the first of the big 3 strikes with 230 to start his chase for overall and clean and jerk honours there.
Good clean, driving up straight. Jerk hips behind the bar. It's the only thing I can fault with that, but other than that, great lifting. Very solid opening attempt.
Now the Brazilian. The bar on 230. Now, the coach told me 231 is the Brazilian record. Why doesn't he ever go at that? Why does he go to 230? That's only 2 kilos up from what he's done.
Maybe there was a miscommunication
well, come
when
on.
you were speaking to him.
Well,
maybe this is it.
No, it's not. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. It's definitely 231.
Probably the answer to your question, David.
It's academic, but he ends up on 410 kilos. Well, what can you say? 410, it's 17 kilos up on what he did in Paris in 2011.
That's more in their head than anything. Not believing in himself. When you've thrown your shoulders that far back, it's very hard to get underneath.
So Atia Mohamed Ehsan from Egypt now. First attempt, 231. Now brought forward 185. Down in 8th place at the halfway stage. So he really needs some big numbers if he wants to pull himself back into this competition. But of course he could just as well focus on the clean and jerk.
Well, like the snatches, caught the lift very high, didn't sit into a full squat position very quickly. That's because he's strong enough to do it. Let's see how he goes in the next few lifts. See here, caught it very high and then just sunk the last bit. Long dip.
So here is Artem Udashin, 33 years of age, the most experienced of all these lifters. And his lifting goes way back. Competed in Athens, missed out on the bronze medal there. Was disqualified for a while after the 2003 championships. But 232. Brought the bar down from 235 to 232. That's his first success.
I look quite sharp. Obviously frustrated from the snatch, wanted to come out and execute here. Clean and jerk, and he did that on his first attempt. He's moving that weight very, very fast.
As you said, he could only help himself by just trimming off a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Not easy, though, to get that sort of weight off, though, Michaela.
Well, I don't know. I think you look at the calorie intake, it's got to be quite significant. I mean, a little bit of cardio work, doesn't have to be running or anything silly like that. It could simply be walking. You can see how much it's taking out of him, just walking up onto and off the stage. Easily shred another 30, 40 kilos there and still be a competitive super heavyweight.
And Lovchev onto the stage now for 240 kilos. 10 kilo increase. So he's in first place now. He's trying to build here. He knows that he's going to be attacked by Albagov. He knows that he's going to have to hold off the likes of Bahadur Mulai. But getting his lifts in now, you just never know. There may be one or two twists in the tail before we get to the end of this. And Lovchev, at 24, a year younger than his teammate. But the Russians with very strong talent in these heavy, and in this case, super heavyweight classes.
Needs to keep pushing.
Right
elbow. Right elbow,
or left elbow. Yeah. It's the elbow. And that, I fear, might be the end of his lifting.
Yeah, if he has tweaked that elbow, I don't think you... No, he's not gonna, don't send him out for a third attempt.
That's the Turkish doctor there, the doctor on duty. Well...
Yeah, just going backwards there slightly. That's more of a ligament tweak, I would have thought, than anything else. See how hard he's working. I'd be really disappointed if the coaches sent him out for a third attempt after having strained that, because that's when he's at real risk of causing some serious injury.
Yeah, he'd still be facing a hefty 10 kilo increase. Now, I was saying a couple of moments ago, there might be a few twists in the story before we get to the end of it now. Can this man provide one of those twists? Going up 9 kilos here. He's currently in the overall silver and clean and jerk medal position.
That's a shame, taking a long time with the bar on his shoulders, and as he dipped, he drifted forwards. It's going to send the bar forwards. Didn't look too bad overhead, but obviously body positioning was affected as a result.
But having just seen one of the major players lose,
he probably won't be aware of what's going on. He would have been focused just off stage, ready to come out. He probably wouldn't really have taken in much of what's gone on just before him.
So at the moment, he would have to come out and follow himself, because Udashin on 242 and confirmation from the back room that Lovchev, well, they've obviously taken your advice, Michaela, and he's not going to come out again, but it's probably not a question of anything other than an obvious decision.
Yeah, hopefully he will recover from that, and I'm sure he's going to recover a lot quicker than if they sent him out again.
He's still in the lead, but you sense that as a result of that injury, he's going to be gathered in. Well, there it is, the situation in the total at the moment. But remember, Albagov yet to start, Mulai yet to start his challenge. And it is surely going to be the Egyptian who's got to come in again and try this. Udachin is still alive, but remember, he can't affect the overall positions. The only people who can affect the overall positions are Albagov and Mulai. So looking at this situation, quite interesting here. You've got Lovchev in first place at the moment.
He's going to be guaranteed a medal even after declining that third attempt.
Well, a sad end to the competition. He ends up with only 3 out of 6 as well. And he's left in second place in the clean and jerk, second place in the overall ranking. And it really is a case, looking at him here, of what might have been had he lifted it the second time and then had a third attempt with a couple more kilos.
That's right, he's in second place as it stands right now, but we've still got 2 lifters yet to start.
Okay. Iran own this title thanks to the world and Olympic champion Bedad Salemi, but can Mulai, can he possibly overcome the likes of Ruslan Albagov? That's his big opponent now. And Albagov has come down, by the way, from 250 to 245 for his opener. Great clean. Well, he was pretty comfortable all the way through that.
Yeah, speed and technique combined will execute the big weights. Yeah, he looks very confident, body language coming off, very businesslike. He's like, yeah, come on, put the next weight on, I'm ready.
That's 4 out of 4.
Look how little room there is on the end of the bar now for the weights. Goodness me, the close discs hanging off the end. Those small discs that are on the outside of the collars, they're made in a certain way so they don't slide on the bar, which makes changing the weights a lot quicker.
So, just worth remembering, Udachin just involved in the clean and jerk competition. Second attempt, 241. Makes nothing of it. But can't finish it. Well, he was doing that weight in the spring.
Well, the clean was no problem, was it?
No.
Quite enough legs there today.
Now, I'm pretty sure that both Mulai and Albagov will want to put Udachin in again, sort of get rid of him. Slight annoyance. There's Razazadeh on the left of the picture there, talking to Mulai. And there's the situation in the clean and jerk. But remember, Albagov only coming out now for his first attempt, and he's reduced from 250 to 242.
I believe he brought it down to 245 and then again to 242. Is that because he's watching what everybody else is doing, or because he's been struggling with a warm-up?
I would guess the former.
I hope so. Very comfortable clean.
and completes in the required fashion there. And of course, now re-establishes himself at the top of the rankings.
Pozostaje ciężar bez zmian. Bahador Mulai, Islamic Republic of Iran, second attempt. Podwyższa. Pozostaje 242.
Solid overhead, driving that bar to arm's length.
Artyom Udaci, Ukraine, third attempt, trzecie podejście.
We've had one or two lifters like Albagov who've come here with 2 competitions under their belt. He won the Universiade with 4:59. He won the European Championships with 4:42. That followed up off the bronze medal. So, you know, in these championships over the last 12 months or so, he's been in pretty good nick, and his percentages have been good. The Universiade, he had 6 out of 6. The Olympics, he did 4 out of 6. But this is Udashinin for 2:42. Doesn't get it, but just stays in 3rd place. So, at the end of the day, he's got a bronze medal out of it.
Well, 1 out of 6 lifts, and he still comes away with a bronze. It just shows the talent that this man has when he can perform on the day. It's a shame.
55.
Oh, there's high stakes poker going on here. 141 to 155. Certainly doesn't need this weight to take the lead. He only needed 6 kilos more than Albagov, which would have been a 148. He's gone for, sorry, 248. He's gone for a 255.
Well, he's had a chat with Razazadeh. They've had a word together. And Razazadeh said, look, I've left out the Olympic champion and the world champion and the silver medalist. For goodness sake, get out there, otherwise I'm going to have real egg on my face. Now you just get out there and make this lift.
I think he's only got one thing in mind if he's taking this jump on his 2nd attempt. Well, let's see if he can nail this first.
Or can he clean it? This is...
He's so fast, David. If he can attack it like he did the first one.
He did 2:54 this year in the Universiade when he was beaten by Albagov, but they both actually did the same weight. Oh my goodness gracious me, is he going to do it? Oh, what a fantastic attempt. Bring that right foot forward. Let's get it in line. That's terrific. Iran are really fighting to keep their dominance of the super heavyweights. Well, he's not going to go up to 264 and try and take Razazadeh's record, even if he wanted to.
Razazadeh would let him, wouldn't
no, don't. No, yeah. He'd actually make him go to 262 and just say, I'm still the boss.
Albagov now, the pressure really is on him. He's been forced to follow suit and go from a 242 to a 255. This will only be 2nd in the clean and jerk, but will put him back into the lead for the overall.
Boy, this is big, 13 kilos. As I said, they matched each other in the Universiade with 254. So can they match themselves here on 255? No, press out. Couldn't do it anyway, and that means advantage Iran. Because now, Bahadur has put the bar up to 256. And just a reminder of body weight here, the Iranian 137 kilos, Albagov 153, so the Iranian's got body weight on his side as well.
Well, he has. The only thing here, he just needs to drop that bit lower. It's a real shame now. Mulai really is in driving seat, forcing Albagov back out. Albagov's going to have to come out and take this. It'd be silly to try and go any heavier. If Albagov can nail this, it puts the pressure back on Mulai.
There you go. That's the clean and jerk. And you can see Bahadur Mulai, 5 out of 5. What do we say every night we've been here? 6 out of 6, you get a reward. Sometimes you get a very big reward. So Mulai Bahadur, junior world champion in 2011, junior world silver medalist in 2012. Failed to total at the Asian Games, didn't get any of his clean and jerks, but then went Asian Championships, I should say, and then went to the Universiade and got 5 out of 6 lifts and totaled 450. He's now sitting on 458. Albegov. Universiade won it with 459. European Championships only had to collect 442 there. If he makes it, the competition's still alive. If he doesn't, the title goes to Iran. Can he make it? The competition is still alive.
Wow, that was superb lifting. Isn't it great to see at the end of the day? Final competition, all coming down to the final lift. He's done everything he possibly can. He's now going to go and sit and watch and wait.
Well, that takes Albegov to 464, and that is 4 kilos ahead. So it's 4 kilos that actually Mulai needs. But he's put the bar to 261.
261.
But unless I'm wrong, Michaela, I mean...
He needs 6 kilos more.
Oh, he needs 6 kilos more, doesn't he? Yeah, so he does need the 261 just to level up on body weight and then win it with body weight. But this would be a mighty effort. And you can see what it's taken out of Albegov.
Well, that sure was a mighty effort. Don't know if he's trying to catch his breath there or saying a little prayer.
Moira Lassen, the technical controller on the stage here. Just look at, they're literally right on the edge of that bar. I'm not sure whether this little delay is actually helping Mulai.
I think Moira's just asked for that disc to be put on the inside of the collar.
Yeah.
They are designed to sit on the outside, but better safe than sorry. But they've only done it on one end of the bar.
Yeah, which is daft. Well, 261. Albegov trying to recover in the back room. And once again, we have the final lift of the championship, the final lift of the 213 World Championships. 261, 6 kilo increase. If he makes it, the title stays with Iran. If he misses, it goes to Russia. 15 seconds.
Isn't he fast?
The clean. Oh, come on. Oh. What an incredible young man. The title goes to Russia, but they were lucky. They were lucky because the Iranian, only 21 years of age, relatively inexperienced, in fact, very inexperienced at senior rank. And he's pulled off the silver medal for Iran. I feel that's a fantastic personal achievement for him. And Albegov, well, big relief for the Russians.
I think, you know, a fantastic achievement for all of them. Albegov really had to dig deep then to find that previous lift.
And Lovchev of Russia getting the overall bronze. But this was so near at one point.
Well, the clean was superb. The jerk very solid overhead just as he's recovering. Really not worth trying to hold on to it. So close.
Well, I hope Rezazadeh and all the Iranians are proud of this young man, because they should be.
Zapraszam na kolejną imprezę, gdzie będzie
Albagov,
czyli Majki, Michał Sieczko i Dariusz.
perhaps fortuitous, but then he did get the better in the Universiad over Bahadur Mulai. And with these guys, the